All right, it's Utah Flag League Segment 3. We're a little behind from last week since we didn't get around to it, so we'll get through it quick this time. With Jeff again at Snap Fitness, and we're at a different location this time. Jeff, where are we at?
3418 East, 7000 South, up here in Conwood Heights. Just want to talk about the location a little bit. It's another Snap Fitness location, 24/7. We've got a special offer going out for all Utah Flag League players and family. $10 unlimited training. If you sign up for this month, you get unlimited training, just $10 a month.
That's awesome. Make sure you sign up for that. Also, registration has closed. It closed on Sunday, but we do have co-ed available.
Alright, co-ed registration is still open. Co-ed is a 5-on-5 game, regular seasons, plus a single elimination playoffs.
And the first co-ed game is going to be played this Thursday. So make sure everybody plans on the Turkey Bowl Thanksgiving weekend as well. That'll be a 5-on-5 tournament, and there'll be teams from many different leagues, so make sure you sign up for that. A couple concepts that you may not be aware of, we're going to talk about today. Jeff, tell us a little bit about stats.
Alright, stats are available for any team which has numbers on their jerseys or t-shirts. Tell the rest before the game. They will take the stats during the game and they'll give it to you after the game. So you must take the stats and then put them in the Excel form on the website. The email is utahflagleague@exhibition.com, and that's utahflagleague@exhibition.com.
Awesome. Also, check out the rankings on the message board. I do a rankings every week. A little behind on that, but I'll be catching up tomorrow. Make sure you check that out. It's only for conversation. Has nothing bearing on any standings or anything like that, so feel free to chime in and let us know what you think about it as well. Now we're going to do a rundown of some of the scores from the last couple of weeks. On Saturday, September 11th, the Hornets and Sharks played. It was 27-8. Game was a little bit closer than the score shows, but the Hornets ended up dominating the last 2 minutes. Bears and Helmets, that was another A-Division game, but Bears ended up keeping ahead in that game 28-13. JD-J3 used to be the Rainbow Warriors, ended up handing it to Juiced 35-14. Goats beat Bulldogs 12-7, and Gamecocks beat Primetime in a close one 14-13. 5-on-5 action on that day. We saw Trojans beating Ocho Uno by 8 points, 38-30. Scrubs and Mud Dogs played. Mud Dogs won that one by 6, 26-20. Hitman and Entourage played, went into overtime. It was actually double overtime, but Entourage ended up pulling it out 22-21. Then this last week on Saturday, we had a bunch of matchups. Hornets, Wolfpack. That game was close, 13-6. Black Shirts and Bad Knees from the B Division in 8-on-8. That was 13-7 for Black Shirts. Gamecocks and Smashers played, another good B Division matchup. That was 6-0 for Gamecocks. Sharks and Helmets in the A Division, 14-7 for Sharks. Yard Sale and Busted from the C Division, that was 20-12 within the score there. And 5-on-5 action from Saturday, we had A Division Punishers and Entourage. Punishers ended up edging them 33-31. We had in the C Division, Beaver Lickers and Arab there, 32-27 for Beaver Lickers. Polar Bears, Nacho Friend. Polar Bears won that one 22-15. And Hitman and Guns N' Roses was also within a score, 27-19. A game that was surprisingly not close was Panthers beating Red Zone 32-7. That was not a good game for Red Zone rather. Jeff, why don't you give us a rundown of some of the games coming up this week, some good matchups.
Alright, some of the good matchups to watch on an 8-on-8 is Injured Reserves versus Joe's Crab Shack. Another great game is Great White Buffalo versus Busted, and that's a doubleheader, so they go against a knockout. Satan's Temptation versus Bad Knees. Sharks versus Power Eye. Primetime versus Helmets. On Wednesday the 29th, State Farm Hornets versus SteelAthletes.com. 5-on-5, we got Ocho Uno versus Free Agents. We got Pick 6 versus Rehab This. Punishers versus Panthers. Ooh, watch out for that one. Who's Next versus the other guys on Wednesday the 29th, A-Core Concrete versus 4th and Really Long.
There's a lot of good matchups in the A, B, and C division coming up, so check them out. They ought to be pretty close scores. Remember, for all weeknight games coming up this week, games will be at 5:50 and 6:50. The next week we will be playing at 5:45 and 6:40. Jeff, what's the weather look like for Saturday?
86 and sunny.
All right, that's it for this week, and don't forget to come get your supplements from Jeff here at Snap Fitness.